Kenya has conceded defeat in the African Union Commission chairmanship race. Now, this comes as President William Ruto congratulated Djibouti's Mahmoud Yusuf on his election as the new chair of the African Union. However, Kenya has dismissed claims linking its diplomatic position to the defeat of Raila Odinga at the AU Assembly in Addis Ababa, Ethiopia. Prime Cabinet Secretary Musalia Mudavadi insists that Kenya's diplomatic standing remains firm, rejecting speculations that Anglophone and Francophone divisions contributed to the loss. KTN's senior political affairs reporter Daniel Kariuki is in Addis Ababa and now brings us this report.
Hours after Kenya's candidate Raila Odinga lost the African Union Commission chairmanship race to Djibouti's Mahmoud Yusuf, Kenya has conceded defeat and extended its best wishes to the new chairperson.
I take this opportunity to heartily congratulate Musa Ali for his election as the new chairperson of the African Union Commission.
On Sunday, Kenya moved to dispel claims that its diplomatic stance could have influenced Odinga's loss. Reacting to the outcome, Prime Cabinet Secretary Musalia Mudavadi maintained that Kenya remains unbowed despite the defeat.
We don't want to procrastinate. We are not bitter. We are a Kenyan nation, a member of the AU, participating in the process.
This is the second time Kenya has lost the bid, eliciting familiar narratives about Anglophone and Francophone politics. However, Mudavadi dismissed any claims that these linguistic divisions were at play in Saturday's election.
We are not in the business of dividing Africa on the basis of Anglophone and Francophone, or the other one, Russophone, which is the Portuguese direction. We are in the business of talking Africaphone.
He has also refuted allegations that Kenya's position on the Democratic Republic of Congo crisis affected the election outcome.
If you go back into the annals of history, you'll find President Jomo Kenyatta talking about it. The same issue. Jomo Kenyatta talking about the same DRC challenge. Nyerere spoke about it. Mbeki spoke about it. Surely, do you think that the DRC challenge has come to the table because of Raila's candidacy or because President Ruto is a president today?
Meanwhile, the Kenyan delegation accompanying the former premier says Odinga's loss is a dent on Africa's reform bid. They, however, remained buoyant that Odinga would return to the country to push for national conversations.
Of the three candidates on the ballot, Kenya's Raila Amolo Odinga emerged as the front-runner in the first 2 rounds of voting. However, after 6 rounds, and in a spirit of Pan-African unity, he chose to step down, recognizing that after 7 rounds without an outright winner, one securing at least 2/3 of the votes, the election was likely to be deferred, possibly to the next summit.
We were very hopeful for a win because we knew the kind of candidate that we had presented to Africa. We knew that Africa would have benefited immensely from Prime Minister Raila's experience, wisdom, and so many things that he's resolute about in his public life.
We are still very proud of Baba, and we know that Baba still has a lot to offer in Africa and beyond. And so we just say congratulations, Baba.
And on the final day of the 38th Ordinary Summit of the African Union, President William Ruto chaired the Committee of African Heads of State and Government on Climate Change, expressing concern that the United States' withdrawal from the Paris Agreement could hinder climate cooperation and financing.
Despite these changes and challenges, Africa must remain proactive, defend multilateralism, and demand the fulfillment of international obligations.
The president has urged the continent to anchor its collaborations and opportunities presented in programs set up for combating climate change. After failing to clinch the much-desired chairman position of the African Union Commission, Raila Odinga heads back to Kenya Wednesday with a clear message to Kenyans and heads of state of Africa that he is ready to serve in any position. Daniel Kariuki, KTN, Addis Ababa,
Ethiopia.
Wiper lead